Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube. My name is Alexa. I'm a teacher and I'm a health coach for teachers and paraprofessionals. I specifically help them going from burnout to brilliance. I help them build healthy boundaries, improve your mindset, and create a healthy lifestyle so that they can be present for themselves, their family, and for their students. So today I'm going to be talking about the mindset of how you can start eating better and feeling better. So I actually have 6 tips for you to help you with your mindset. So number 1 is to get into the growth mindset. So there is a fixed mindset and then there's a growth mindset. And the fixed mindset is where you stay where you're at. You think that there's no change. You kind of look at something like, okay, well, I'm a failure, so what's the use in trying again? Whereas the growth mindset, you can look at your challenges and you can say to yourself, okay, well, how can I learn from this? How can I grow from this specific example and I can learn how to grow? So with mindset in eating, you can, and actually I think that eating is a good example because, we could have chips and Coke or we could have hummus and carrots, for example. And if you have both of those, we are doing an experiment, and it's like, which one makes you feel better? Well, you're gonna say that the hummus and carrots feel better, and that's an obvious thing to say. However, the chips and the Coke might make you feel better as in like whatever you're feeling that day, if you're feeling sad or emotional, but in reality, feeling good as in your body feels good. Your stomach might feel better after you have the hummus and the carrots versus the chips and Coke. So that's a little bit of mindset example that I think that we can all visualize. But basically, another example would be something like you come home from work and you reach for all the processed foods. And I can say to myself, well, I guess I'm just gonna get fat. I mean, I can't change it. I'm not changing my diet. I'm not doing it because I don't want to stop eating this way. Even though you know that eating well and having a routine for working out is very important. Or you can say to yourself, how am I feeling right now? I am hungry. I do need some water, so maybe I'll drink some water and I will get maybe some veggies with hummus or a protein shake, whatever is going to make your body feel very good and you will feel more energetic and alive versus feeling down and not necessarily your best. So the second one is find your why. So finding your why is extremely important, and I have actually mentioned it in a video that I will link here up above. And basically finding your why is how you are going to be motivated every day to do something. So if you say to yourself, maybe you're someone that wants to lose weight before you go on a trip with your grandchildren and you want to be able to keep up with them and feel good, right? So that's a great reason to start eating well and getting in the mindset of eating healthier whole foods for yourself. If you don't have that why, it's very important to discover that why because it's going to help you get to your main goal. Without your why, you cannot do anything. And in that video that I had linked earlier, when you look at it, sometimes we aren't motivated to maybe get a workout in or to eat well, like come home from work and you're hungry and it's 6 o'clock and you're like, you know what, let's just order pizza. That's fine every once in a while, but in reality, if you are trying to lose weight or just trying to be healthier, you can say, you know what, I actually have this goal, and this time let's go for something healthier than pizza this time around. So number 3 is to build a healthy relationship with food. Building a healthy relationship with food is seriously so important. And diets do not work. So when you think of diets, you think of you have to restrict calories, like food. It gets you into having a bad, toxic relationship with food. And just keep in mind that you are able to have that piece of cake, that brownie, whatever, but in moderation. But when you look at your foods, you look in your pantry or your fridge, my cat is just, Gracie, what are you doing? I'm trying to do my video. When you are looking at what you have in the fridge, you start to look at it as this is going to nourish my body, right? And when you eat, you need to start eating food that's in volume. So for example, having an acai bowl it's a pretty thick thing, and you can put fruits and granolas in it, and it can be like up to 150 calories, I believe. And when you think of that, like if you have ever had that, you get full less. So that's what I mean by more volume. So for example, if you start eating a protein breakfast, so say you like your eggs with a piece of toast in the morning, your eggs are going to give you that protein and like volume, just more food, right? Because when you don't have that relationship with food, that healthy relationship with food, you tend to eat less. And we're not made to eat less. We just have to eat enough for our bodies to be nourished, and never think of it as a bad thing. Number 4 is don't aim for perfection. So none of us are perfect at all. And there are going to be days where you eat like poop, right? Like crap. And it happens. What you need to do is don't be guilty, because it happens to everybody. And the next day or the next meal, just start back right on track. You do not need to feel guilty, but it's important to know that you do not need to be perfect. You don't have to restrict anything. And again, it's in moderation. Having food in moderation is very, very key. Number 5 is set achievable goals. This is very key. This kind of goes with what I said earlier on finding your why. So when you set SMART goals, so S stands for specific, so making it what your goal is very, very specific. M is measurable, where how can you measure your progress as you go. A is achievable or attainable. So is it going to be is it necessary for your life? And is it going to be a reachable enough goal for you? R is relevant, and this one would say, why is this result important? And then time bound. How much time do you need in order to reach this goal? If you start today, maybe you're like, okay, in 12 weeks, I want to lose 10 pounds for my sister's wedding so I can look really good in that dress that I just bought at the store. I don't know. Something like that. So yeah, having goals is really, really important, and it goes with your why. So like I said, the why could be something like, I want to be able to have enough energy for my grandchildren or my children. I want to have enough energy in the classroom for when I am present with my students. I want to be the best teacher that I can be and feel awake, feel alert during the day, and food is going to do that for you. And the last one I have for you is go easy on yourself. Again, you are not perfect. No one's perfect. However, there's going to be days where you slip up and you might have been doing really well with your goals and your action steps, and you just get off one day, and that's totally fine. Don't be hard on yourself. However, make yourself be challenged in eating better and know that you can always eat better, but never feel guilty about eating the foods that isn't going to do you any good, because you're just going to cycle downward and then you'll feel like a failure, and there's no need for you to feel that way. So if you guys are struggling with eating well, I do have a program for you. It is called Fit and Fresh. It is a 12-week program, and I will help you support your food goals. I will support you in applying mindful eating to your relationship with your food so that you have the energy for yourself and for throughout your school day. Also, I have another program called From Burnout to Brilliance, and this one helps you beat burnout by building healthy boundaries, improving your mindset, and just overall creating a healthy lifestyle. So if one of those fits into whatever you were struggling with, I am so happy to help you. You can apply, and it's actually, I keep trying to link things down below and it does not work, and it makes me very angry. I need to figure that out. I'm on YouTube all the time. I just need to YouTube how to do that. But if you go to Instagram, I am on there. I did change my name from Live Fit with Alexa to _Alexa Watts. And on there's a link that you can click on there, and it'll bring up the application. So you can apply, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And then we can get started so the first call is free. And that way we are able to connect with each other, see if you would be a good fit. So go and follow me on Instagram, and I am looking forward to the next video. I am going to be starting the mental health side of education. So I think that one will be very good and helpful, because if we don't have our mental health, we don't have health. So anyways, you are a difference maker. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next video.